Welcome back to more Higurashi When They Cry. I'm Watam. Yes, I did that in the wrong order as always. So yeah, when we left off, we had this guy just breaking into our conversation. All of a sudden, a cigarette-smoking, overweight old man interrupted our conversation. Wait, I know this guy.
どうも、こんにちは。今日はデートですかな？羨ましいですね。
そうだと思ったら邪魔しないでほしかったですね。大石さん。
That was it. He was Oi's-san, a police officer. I thought it was this person who came to my rescue when I got involved with those delinquents before. Now that I thought about it, Mion didn't seem to like him very much.
いえいえ、すみません。知ってる声が聞こえてきたのでついつい。
Oi's-san laughed coarsely, not showing any sign of giving up. As Shion watched him do so, I didn't feel the same sense of malice from her as I had from Mion. So it is Shion, and it isn't Mion pretending to be Shion.
前原さんでしたよね。あなたもタフな人ですね。
Yeah, I'm the one who tried to pick a fight with motorcycle bikers.
園崎姉妹を二股かける。
Okay, if you thought that was actually happening, why would you say that in front of one of them? Oh dear.
いや、そんな二股だなんて。
I turned around to look at Shion and plead for help, but she grinned and maintained her silence. Her gaze wandered. She looked at the clock.
あ、ごめんなさい、ケイちゃん。私もうバイトの時間なんです。
そうなのか？
Wait, didn't Shion have something to talk about today? Oh, this weird man is here, though.
また今度。あ、バイトが終わったら電話します。夜なら電話大丈夫ですよね。
ああ、大丈夫だと思う。
じゃあ今夜電話しますので、その時に。じゃ。
Shion left so fast, she was practically running. Oi-san was waving at me with a grin. I felt like I'd been left here as bait so she could get away. Maybe she was lying about having to go to work.
園崎のご令嬢とこれだけ親しくできるなんて、前原さんもなかなかの大物ですね。
I don't want to hear that from you.
私も口の利き方を改めた方がいいかもしれません。
Oi-san put a coin into a vending machine as he said something a bit appalling.
アイスティーでいいですか？ミルクは入れます？
え？あ、いえ。
じゃあ入れますよ。はい、どうぞ。
He handed me a cup of tea, filled to the brim with ice, so I looked on absent-mindedly. I don't think I'm obligated to have a guy like this buy me a drink, but he did get it for me, so I'll thank him. Was Soi-san just killing time? We didn't know each other well, but he still engaged me in conversation about all sorts of dumb things. When I thought back to how I talked to Shion, this seemed like a total disaster. How I talked to Shion.
前原さんは園崎さんのことをどれくらいご存知で？
Which one?
さっき聞いた以上のことは何も。
Until then, I hadn't known anything about either Mion or Shion other than the fact that they were interesting. Aha. Interesting. Wink. I really did only just learn that she was the daughter of some prestigious family.
園崎家はこの地域一帯を牛耳ってる暴力団です。ちなみに彼女のお父さんは関東でも有名な暴力団グループの大幹部さんです。ご存知でした？
大幹部って。
シオンさんの自宅をご存知ないんですか？
Nope.
高い塀に有刺鉄線と監視カメラで守られた典型的な暴力団の組長宅ですよ。今度ぜひ遊びに行ってみてください。
She'd mentioned Mion being a successor, but to a Yakuza group? Okay, let's be honest. It totally fits Mion.
いえ。まさかまさか。
But yeah, I had a feeling.
園崎美音さんが継ぐのはそんなちんけな暴力団組織だけじゃありません。
Oh, he wasn't joking. It isn't the only thing that she will inherit.
彼女が継ぐのは園崎家そのものですよ。
The entire family. They'll all become her possessions.
そのあたりの意味、ちょっと噛み締めていただけますかな。
Oi's-san had spoken lightly about all this from start to finish, but what he was saying wasn't light in the least. It was abrupt and unbelievable.
ミオンさんがその気になれば、往来の真ん中で人殺しをしたってもみ消せちゃうかもしれないんですよ。
Which brings you to your point, I'm guessing.
証人は現れないだろうし、警察にだって圧力をかけられますし。
ミオンは人殺しなんかしないぞ。
Are you sure about that?
しません、ものの例えですよ。
大石さんでしたっけ？名前。
ねえ、そうです。
大石さん、ミオンの家が何だろうと、ミオンは俺の誇れる最高の友人です。それをあまりけなすような言い方は好きになれないですね。
I let my quiet anger show through in my gaze as I stared at him. Of course, I could never seem to tell what he's thinking, so I didn't know if it had any effect. Oops, wrong button.
ではざっくばらんに、そのミオンさんにいくつかの事件の嫌疑がかかっているとしたらどう思います？
Suspected? Incidents? I mean, it depends what kind of incident. You can't just say terrible stuff like that on a whim.
何かの誤解に決まってるじゃないですか。ミオンは物騒なことを言うやつだけど、そんな悪いことをするようなやつじゃない。
前原さん、お静かに。
Yeah, you're in the library.
ここ、図書館ですか。
Oi's-san shushed me, but in a state of heightened excitement as I was, I wouldn't be calmed so easily.
落ち着いてください。さっきも申し上げました通り、園崎家はいい意味でも悪い意味でもこの辺り一帯で強い力を持っているんです。ですからちょっと何かあるとすぐに疑いがかかってしまう。その辺りをご理解いただきたいのですよ。
Well, I know what Oi's-san is trying to say. Combining it with what Shion told me before, the Sonozaki family is huge and controls everything from Hinmizawa to Okinomiya. Mion, meanwhile, is its successor, who apparently holds strong influence over the entire family. Still, that's all? That's the only reason for suspecting her?
ですから私だって仕事で仕方なくやってるんです。
And suspecting her for what?
ミオンさんを疑うためでなく、ミオンさんの疑いを晴らすために捜査をしている。そうお考えいただきたいのです。
He could talk a dog out of a meat truck. He was the definition of a shrewd, unfair adult. At this point, I began to think that it was no coincidence I'd met him. I don't remember them having, like, the two musics playing at the same time.
大石さん、ひょっとして俺に用なんですか？
ねえ、そうですよ。
Last time you did this in another world, this got you killed.
前原圭一さん。
He answered in an absent tone of voice.
何かの事件でミオンを疑っていて、その友人の俺に何か聞きに来た。そういうことですか？
いえいえ、違います。私は園崎美音さんの友人と話をしに来たのではなく、前原圭一さんに話をしに来たのです。ご自宅にお伺いしたらご迷惑でしたでしょうからね。
俺に警察が何の用だって言うんですか？
Having realized this fake coincidental meeting had me as its target, my mood immediately turned foul.
そんなに構えなくて大丈夫ですよ。肩を楽にしてちょっと質問に答えてくださるだけでいいんです。
それって職務質問ってやつですか？
偶然知り合ったおじさんとの世間話ってことにしましょう。
Oisan's freely suggested that I relax rather. That said, behind his eyes was a light, which I could only see sometimes. It was sharp as a hawk. I tried in vain to run away. If I tried in vain to run away, he might actually take me in and bring me to an interrogation room or something. That was undoubtedly an unpleasant thought, though.
ゆうべは渡長市のお祭り、盛大で楽しかったですね。
はぐらかさないでください。今さら世間話なんかされても。
昨日の渡長市の晩、富武二郎さんと高野美代さんにお会いしませんでしたか？
Gulp. I could plainly feel myself give a start.
写真はどこに行っちゃったかな？ああ、あったあった。
He opened a small notebook and removed 2 photographs. I didn't have to look.
さあ、どうでしょう。あったような、合わなかったような。
I was asked the same questions for the second time today. I gave the same answer for the second time too.
あれ？記憶が曖昧ですか？まさかアルコールが入っててよく覚えてないなんてのはなしにしてくださいよ。
Here too, I got the same answer as I had from Leon. I realized he wasn't taking my vague reply well. Why is he asking me the same thing Leon did? Dark feelings I'd nearly forgotten due to my conversation with Shion came back in a hurry. We snuck into the sacred ritual storehouse, a punishable act. It was on a tiny impulse. While it may not count for much now, I do feel sorry about it.
もう一度お聞きしますよ。
I wonder though, did Renner ever get a General Randy statue in this chapter?
ゆうべのお祭りで富武二郎さんと高野美代さんにお会いしませんでしたか？
His tone was soft, but there was a dreadfulness in his voice, clearly different from the first time he asked. I'm scared. That was exactly how I felt.
繰り返し聞かれても、答えはさっきと同じです。
I don't really remember. There wasn't any better answer I could give him. I didn't have the balls to say I didn't see them, nor the courage to admit I had.
そうですか。改めて聞けば、さっきとは違う答えが返ってくるかなと思いましてね。
Isn't that exactly the same thing that was said by Mion? I'm too scared to look Koi-san in the eyes. Mention the fact that he's asked the exact same thing. Literally, word for word.
では、質問を変えます。ほら、前原さん、リラックス、リラックス。
Oi-san grabbed my shoulders and squeezed them, as if trying to give me a massage. It mostly just hurt, though. Still, why would he ask the same things as Mion? He's asking the same things, and the next question must be...
同じく夕べのお祭りなんですが、園崎しおんさんにお会いしませんでしたか？
I can understand for the first two. Why did he... Why is he asking about Shion? Huh. Clatter. I wondered what that sound was, and when I looked down, I saw it was the unmelted ice in the cup I was gripping with my hands. My hands were trembling, rocking the ice back and forth. Realizing that, I hastily put the remaining ice in my mouth and crunched down on it.
すみません。あったかもしれないですけど、ほら、ミオンにもそっくりですから。ミオンと見間違えてるかも。
そんなわけはないでしょう。
They were wearing the same different clothing, rather not the same. Suddenly, Oishi-san grabbed both my shoulders and hunched down to give me a level stare. This must be what it's like to be a deer in the headlights. I want to look away, but I can't. This is the first time I've experienced such a piercing stare.
ミオンさんもシオンさんも服装は全然違うんですから。そう簡単に見間違えるはずはありませんよ。前原さん。
Ask why he's asking. His voice was harsh. Harsh, the same as when Mion said it. I could feel my heartbeat quickening. When I realized he could feel it through the hands on my shoulders, I got even more scared. Why are Mion and Oishi-san both asking about last night? Was sneaking into that storehouse so bad? Ugh. I shouldn't have let Takano-san talk me into it. Tomitake-san casually said to check it out too, so even Chion, if she hadn't encouraged me. No, I understood. I was the one who most at fault here. How? What? I shouldn't have let my curiosity get the better of me. Oh, in terms of himself. I shouldn't have gone into the forbidden storehouse.
おいさん、ホタルの光っす。
A young man wearing a suit came into the lounge. From the way he held himself, I knew immediately that he was Oi-san's subordinate.
ありゃ本当だ。
What was the cue?
もう閉館なんですね。
Oh, closing time. I hadn't realized it until he said something. The jingle and announcement telling patrons the library had closed had started playing without me realizing it. I was so irritated, so overwhelmed, that I couldn't even hear it.
じゃあ前原君、もうこんな時間なんで私たちは失礼させてもらいます。このお話はもっと時間のある時にのんびりといたしましょう。
This isn't a joke. If I never saw him again, it would be too soon. Oi-san followed his subordinate and left the lounge behind him. However, he spun back around.
そうそう前原さん。
なんですか？
さっきさせてもらった2つの質問ですが、どちらの回答もよく覚えてないでしたよね。
はい。
参考までに。あなた、昨日全員にお会いしてますよ。4人で楽しそうに歩いてたじゃないですか。石段のところで。私がこの目で見てますから。
I caught my breath and my heart seemed like it was about to stop. What a detestable person. He knew, and he was testing me.
ではまたお会いしましょう。良いお年を。
Have a good year. I sat there like a rock, unmoving, until I could no longer hear the clacking sound of their footsteps. You should have asked why he was asking. You should have done it. You really should have. I was on my way back home. The cries of Higurashi accentuated the already lonely evening. More time had passed than I thought. The orange of a dusky sky was being chased down, little by little, by an indigo colour approaching from the east. Exhausted from the slow climb towards Hinamizawa, without even noticing, I had gotten off my bicycle and was pushing it uphill. I don't understand any of this. No one had told me to my face that I'd done something wrong. No, in fact, it might have been much easier on me that way. What happened yesterday really was just my curiosity. It really was no more than a quiet prank, no more than having courage to cross at a red light as long as you did it with other people. The storehouse for ritual implements, hallowed ground, only accessible to the family of the priest. Sure, I'd seen terrifying things that I'd never imagined would be there. Thinking on it now, though, it didn't matter what was stored away inside. Didn't make the wrong I'd committed any more right. Well, the four of us did. Mion seemed to know about it. For some reason, even the police were trying to learn what the four of us did. Because one of them, at least, is dead, probably. Did we do something so bad? Really? Doesn't matter how wrong it was. I did something wrong. It was nothing more than that, and yet I couldn't accept it. I didn't apologize to Mion or Oisan. All I did was shield myself with ambiguities. I did something wrong yesterday. I stepped foot into a forbidden storehouse for a little bit of mischief. I'll forget everything I saw in there. I won't ever do something like that ever again, either. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. If I apologized like that, would they forgive me? Who? The suddenly cool evening air left no room for such sentiment, however. It mercilessly chilled my feet, urging me to head home as soon as possible. I like this music. In the end, the evening air was correct. If I trudged along such an isolated road, regrets would pile on top of regrets, but nothing would change. Let's go home. I'll go home, go to my room, put on my favourite music or something, and go to bed. That might sound plain and boring, but it's probably the strongest I've felt all day. It's interesting piano mixed in there. So, who's he going to meet? Along the way, maybe. Maybe not. Now that I've made a decision, there's no point in dawdling in a place like this. I sat back on my bike and pushed hard on the pedals. Pedals, not the petals. I rapidly advanced forward. I steadily gained speed. The wind was cutting and mercilessly cold, but it actually felt good, as if it was softly punishing me. I didn't eat much dinner before excusing myself early and returning to my bedroom. My mum called me from downstairs. The phone? Yay. Sonozaki? Which one? Was it Mion? No, it was Shion. I just remembered. She'd had something she wanted to tell me today. Just make sure that it is Shion before you say Shion. Oi-san had interrupted us, so she didn't get the chance. Shion had said she'd call tonight.
もしもし、シオンか。
どうも、今日は災難でしたね。
She said it so plainly that I got a bit annoyed. She was one who left me there and ran.
そんなこと言わないでください。私、ケイちゃんに一緒に逃げようってサインを送ったじゃないですか。なのにケイちゃん、ボサーっと残っちゃって。
ボサってことはないだろう。シオンがあっという間に置いてきぼりにしたんで、あの後俺は大石のおっさんにたっぷり付き合わされたんだぜ。
そんなの私に愚痴られても困ります。
I can't believe she passed it off like that. She looks just like Mion, and yet inside she's this different. I got a little irritated at myself when I realized this. I was, somewhere in my mind, hoping for the same reaction I would get from Mion, even though she's a different person.
ああ、悪かったよ。次からはシオンを置いてくぐらいのつもりで真っ先に逃げ出すようにする。
できればレディーファーストでお願いします。
Shion laughed refreshingly. When I heard her voice, I realized she wasn't really that angry with anything. It was just as she said. The cause of my temper was because it was my own fault for not leaving immediately. I'll stop blaming it on others. Blaming on others would be...
それより、俺に何か話があるんだろ？
はい。もしも、もう知ってるなら、改めて言うような話じゃないんです。知ってますか？
Shion lowered her voice suddenly, as if she were glancing around. I had no idea what I could already know.
悪いけど何のことかさっぱりわからないぞ。ヒントくらい出せ。
ってことは知らないみたいですね。
She seemed to take my stupid sounding question as evidence. However, her voice didn't sound disappointed or exasperated in the
実は
slightest.
昨日の渡流しのお祭りの晩なんですけど。
My entire body jolted as I was assailed by a terrible feeling. Is Shion going to ask me the same thing? Of course not! It's like, Shion, did you see me?
もしもし、ケイちゃん、聞いてます？
ああ、聞いてる。昨日の晩どうしたんだよ。
Tell her about... Yep, after verse. Tell her about Oi-san and Mion asking the exact same questions.
私たち4人入ったじゃないですか。
She didn't beat around the bush. Whether or not I wanted to admit it, that was the actual, honest truth. And I couldn't act like it hadn't happened.
それでその後みんなで歩いて石段のあたりで私たちみんな別れましたよね。高野さんたちは沢に行ってケイちゃんはその場に残って私は親類の人たちのところに行っちゃって。
ああ、それがどうした？
お互い質問の返し合いになっちゃうと拉致が開かないんで私からまず質問します。いいですか？
ゆうべ富武さんと高野さんに会いませんでしたか？
え？はい。あの後あの二人には会いましたか？
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't surprised. This is the third time I've been asked this question today. Why? Why? You need to say why, so it's the third time it can be why. What the hell was going on?
どうしてだよ。だからどうしてそれを俺に聞くんだよ。
ほらほら、ケイちゃん、質問は私からのはずです。答えてください。
シオンはあったのか？シオンが先に答えたら俺も答える。
My shabby response betrayed how scared and small I felt now, after everything that had happened today. Shion didn't say anything for a few moments. Just as I was beginning to think I'd really put my foot in my mouth with that response, she'd finally answered
も
me.
ちろん会ってません。一緒にいた親類が証明できます。
俺だって会ってない。証明って言うならミオンとかレナとかみんながしてくれる。
Now that we knew our answers matched, he let out a sigh that sounded more relieved than anything
正
else.
直に答えてくれて。じゃあ言いますね。ゆうべ高野さんと富武さんが死んだんだそうです。
ごめんシオン、今なんて言った？
ゆうべ高野さんと富武さんが死んだんだそうです。高野さんは焼死体で富武さんは自殺みたいな感じで。
Ooh, yeah, so it was two deaths. Huh. Now that is interesting.
今朝知ったんです。お父さんが親類の人からの電話で話してるのを聞いて。
Late last night, a police car on its way back from a festival security duty had found Tomitake-san lying in the middle of the road, heading towards Okonomiya. He had clawed out his throat and died. I didn't need the violins playing for that.
なんだよ、喉をかきむしっての自殺って。あの明るそうな富武さんが自殺？何かの間違いだろ。
警察がちゃんと検視したんです。自分の爪で
Was he in a fight
ガリ
beforehand?
ガリと喉をかきむしって血管を破いて血をドバドバ出して自分の血で溺れ死んだんだって。
そんなバカな自殺聞いたことないぞ。自分の喉をかき破るなんておかしすぎる。
Technically you can. I realized I was yelling too loudly, so I lowered the force I was putting into my voice. I didn't want my parents to hear me, so I would switch to the cordless phone and ran up to my own room.
大声出してごめん。で、高野さんも自殺なのか？
高野さんは自殺かどうかちょっと。
Takano-san's body was found in the mountains of Gifu Prefecture. Employees at a rest stop nearby reported to the police late that night that they could see flames in the mountains. Firefighters dispatched her were the first ones to find her. An autopsy concluded that it was the burned corpse of a half-naked female. They initially considered the body beyond recognition, but directly after there was a request for a dental comparison from the XX Prefectural Police Station in Okamiya, and results concluded that it was Mio Takano. The cause of death wasn't confirmed, but it was highly likely to have been a homicide, since she was in her undergarments and her clothes were nowhere in the area.
灯油缶が転がってたそうなんで、焼身自殺の線もあるそうです。
自殺なわけあるものか。同じ死ぬならもっと楽な方法がいくらでもあるだろう。こんなの絶対に自殺なものか。
私だってそう思ってます。富武さんのだって自殺だなんて考えられない。
After the two of us rattled on at each other, there was a silence as we paused to catch our breaths. And as we calmed our nerves, right then I understood what Shion's story actually meant.
お社様のたたりってことになると思います。私たちたたられるのに十分な資格がありますから。
資格って冗談じゃないぞ。別に俺は。
Shion wanted to see it with me. I just went along with her. I tried to say that, but I fell silent. Nothing would come of me blaming others. Didn't matter how much everyone else encouraged me, I could have put my foot down. I lost to my own half-assed sense of adventure and agreed to go on with everyone. Yes, it was my fault, no one else's.
シオン、お前は昨べ細工殿の中に忍び込んだらこうなるかもしれないと予想はついてたのか？
まさか。そりゃ多少はヤバいとは思いましたけど、こんなことになるなんて夢にも思いませんでした。
Shion's words were probably her true feelings. She knew she could get in trouble if we were caught, but that was the thrill of this little adventure. It was the same for me.
それよりもケイちゃん、ちょっとよく考えてください。今年のお社様のたたりはおかしくないですか？
Yes, 2 people dead. It was already plenty strange, seeing as how Tomitake-san and Takano-san died like that. Given all that, what could possibly be
遺
stranger?
体が2つ見つかったってことです。言いましたよね。例年は1人が死んで1人が消えるんです。2人の死亡が確認されたのは今年が初めてです。
確かにそうかもしれないけど、そんなのは大した問題じゃないだろう。
いいえ、ケイちゃん。もっと真剣に考えてください。いいですか？2人の死がお社様のたたりということになってるなら、お社様の怒りを鎮めるための生贄もまた2人分必要なはずなんです。
そういう理屈になるのか？じゃあなんだよ。富武さんと高野さんが死んだ陰で今年は2人が行方不明になってるってのか？
Is it these two? Actually, no, it's too late for that anyway. Well, too late to be them. I don't understand why, but when I said that, I felt my spine freeze.
まだ誰も行方不明になってないと思います。多分2人が失踪するのはこれからじゃないかと思うんです。
Shion, like me, was obviously getting the same feeling crawling down her back.
これから2人が失踪する。
I couldn't say any more than that to Evil. A chill crept in and through my clothes and tried to wrap into a fist around my heart. Cold hands feeling about on my chest. Neither of us could say anything. Tomitake-san opened the lock, and he died. Takano-san exploded the ritual storehouse, and she died. 2 more people were going to be sacrificed. And there would be none other than the ones who entered with them. None other than us. I want to know what the whole sound thing was, as well as Shion seeing the cage thing. But before we find out anything more, I think I'll end here for today. Hope you all enjoyed, and let me know any feedback you have in the comments. Until next time, see ya.